Welcome to The Loop.
Welcome to The Loop.
I'm not plugged in. Hi.
Good job not plugging your iPad in, Kyle.
Starburst.
Got candy all over. What is that? The aliens.
Noise.
Sorry, that was my finger on the.
We're professionals.
Trigger.
You could cut.
It didn't help.
You could cut the kitchen with a knife.
It didn't help.
What didn't help?
I don't know. There was nothing that came out.
Turn your volume up.
That's
I got my volume up. Oh
you
my
don't.
gosh!
You got to remember, Kyle. There's
turned it
two
up.
volumes.
There's two volumes. I turned it up when it wasn't plugged in.
This is a problem we have repeatedly.
Hey,
The other thing was my fault, I know.
The
All
other
right,
thing was your
welcome to The Loop. It's a talk show about boys in the hood.
yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Not the movie, but literal boys in the hood. You know,
Yes.
we've been tripping trying to make that cheddar so
Oh my gosh.
all you hoes can do much better. Welcome to The Loop. That was a poem by Eric. He's a rap star, but a living one. Unlike
That was really
Triple X,
weird.
rest in peace.
Really
Wow.
strange.
Did Drake kill him? We don't know. Is he alive with Tupac? Maybe.
Triple X.
What's his name? I don't know. X gonna give it to you. Oh wait, that's
Stream.
DMX.
Stream. I don't know.
What, I don't even remember his name.
Dimension.
He got-
Dementia.
Dementia.
He got with a
gap.
armed robbery.
He got with a gat.
That's it.
That went blah blah.
Don't laugh at that. That's funny though, Jeremy. But don't laugh, Trevor. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, Trevor.
Oh, people dying, getting shot.
Always trying
Hilarious.
to keep it hot.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought we were rapping.
Sorry,
still.
I'm not.
Rap it. Drop the beat, Trevor.
And make it fat and make it clever.
Hey Eric, is that all you got?
What?
I was trying to keep it going,
Oh,
and then
sorry.
it just died.
I was going with all.
That's
I was,
fine.
Got.
I was- okay.
Huh. Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Loop?
While smoking pot.
This
No,
is
I
not
have not. XXX Tentation. Or Temptation.
Tintillation.
Yeah, obviously we knew who they were. They were close to the show.
I knew.
I'm really
They-
confused.
I don't know if we would call them a friend of the show.
I didn't say friend. I said they were.
I don't know if they
were.
were close to the show either.
a rapper died, Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor. A rapper died. He was involved.
No,
in-
no. I just we have gotten off to such a strange start.
Is that a
What do you
fancy
gotta-
English word we've gotten twaffed to?
Definitely a fancy English word, and not just me fumbling the right words.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that you really are into like
English.
English or like the original tongue, you know, like like
Yeah.
the Queen's tongue.
Holy English.
It's only because of her age.
He's really the Queen's tongue.
Oh, Jeremy, family friendly.
What? What? Old people kiss
No.
too?
No.
Old people kiss too. You heard it from Jeremy here on The Loop. Did you know your Grammy and Grandpappy had to do it so that your
Nailed it.
mommy and daddy would be here?
Well, hopefully just one of the two. Otherwise, you
No.
live in it. Never mind.
Wait.
They're brother and sister in some parts of the country, like in the Appalachian Mountains. No offense to
Are you
anyone
only
watching
saying that
from
'cause
the
you think they
Appalachian.
don't have internet?
Yeah, they're obviously not watching us there because as us Nebraskans say, someone doesn't have internet.
Oh boy. We have the Google.
What do
we
you
have-
mean? We have the Google.
Yeah, they're in our backyard.
Can I?
Oh my
can
God.
I
We have
tell a
all the
story?
internets.
Can I tell an internet thing like about a salesperson that I was
Yes.
dealing with, or is that like would he be watching?
I don't know.
Even better.
I won't say his name.
Don't say his name or his
I
company.
gotta say though,
Or do you have to say his
I
company?
can't. But it was. Let's just talk. Let's say he's trying to sell me some.
Let's say his name was Felipe.
Okay, and he was trying to sell me some internet ads, right?
Okay.
But when I would ask a question about where the ads were being purchased from, like Google or Yahoo or YouTube, like was it through Facebook or he would always just respond with, "Well, you see, the internet is nobody owns the internet, so it doesn't. It's just you just put in the keywords and you get served the ads because nobody owns the internet."
And that's why, and no one
Okay.
owns the ads, right?
So just in case you ever wondered how you see ads on like the internet, it's just to remember that nobody owns the internet, man.
Technically,
Sounds
not true.
Sounds like Felipe really didn't have a firm grasp on what he was trying to sell you. He was just cold calling.
I was gonna say no. This was face to face. Nobody owns the
it's
internet.
still
That's-
cold calling.
Lots of people own portions of the internet.
Nobody owns the internet, man. It's just
Yeah,
not-
you don't know what you're talking about. Felipe,
Felipe.
he knows his stuff.
right.
knows his stuff.
Yeah. So go find Felipe at Felipe's
Shut
internet.
up, Jolliver. That's
Internet store.
Felipe knows. Jolliver says
Yeah.
that's super not how
Go
it
buy
works.
all of your internet needs from Felipe. He will set you up.
I constructed
hook
a
you up real good.
sculpture with my
What is that?
with my-
It looks
That's
kind of
gross.
like a.
I know what it looks like, but I don't think we should say.
Bone.
I was gonna say it kind of looks like
It
one of
looks
those
like a
one of those
femur.
hard striped
Oh.
candies
It
that
does look
Jeremy
like
was
a-
talking about
It's
last
like a
week.
grandma candy.
It looks
Grandma
like a
candy.
dinosaur femur.
ribbon.
You.
Trevor, are you only saying that because you've been playing Jurassic World?
No,
That's not the only reason.
but I have
He sounded really guilty.
no. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't steal a femur from a museum.
Man, Trevor, I tried to steer us.
I
back
have a
into
real
video-
job.
I tried to steer us back into the real video game talk, and you just like shut it down. No, I don't want to talk about that game. No, let's talk about something else.
I don't know. I'm off my game tonight. So
Well, that's
no,
'cause
I
you're here and you can't play.
Duh.
Yeah,
I am not on
what
the
he
game-
said.
on the games. Yeah, no, I've been playing some. I played a bit this Monday, and like nobody joined me.
What? Nobody joined you?
Nobody's
Is it
watching?
a multiplayer game?
no, I mean like nobody joined the
He
chat. or
streamed it.
anything, really.
Oh, you streamed
Jolliver
it.
was of course there with me.
That's
Well,
So
you just called
Jolliver's
him
nobody.
nobody?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean like nobody else.
That's rude, Trevor.
wow.
I'm sorry, Jolliver. I appreciated it. And Cassidy.
Well,
she was
for-
apparently enjoying the dinosaurs. So
For everyone that needs to, go to YouTube, and you probably won't find it there
yeah, you won't
because
find
Trevor's
it there,
really bad with,
keep forgetting
with
to do-
exporting his videos.
Yeah,
You need to do that, boy.
yeah.
Let's publicly shame him. Not really.
I mean,
I mean,
public. It's the internet. It's free, right? No one owns it.
yeah, no one owns it.
Nobody.
So
See?
that's how
So it is
works.
public. You're
This is
right.
how it works. Nobody
How it
owns
works.
it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, is that game any good?
Oh, yes.
Trevor.
Sorry.
Hello to Trevor.
Trevor.
I was reading the chat,
Oh.
so yes, I like it. Apparently, nobody else likes it though. So
Really?
I
Has it not
can,
been getting good reviews?
Yeah, though. Looks like
it's getting
garbage.
getting really poor reviews. In fact,
Okay.
it
Maybe
runs
I'll take that
well.
off my queue.
It's not really got a lot of depth to it though. I like it because it reminds me of an old game I liked a lot. And I like how you can drive the Jeep and do ridiculous things with it.
Can you run over dinosaurs?
No, you can't run over the dinosaurs.
Well, then what good
Is
is
there a tornado?
I've had hurricanes blowing, but they're rather boring. They just break stuff randomly.
I just want to ride a Jeep into a tornado.
I've had several dinosaurs just
Wait till
like
December.
I know.
break out and eat some of my guests, and then nobody seems to care really. There's very little punishment for it. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. If you're really really interested in it, it might be worth a little bit. I would say probably don't buy it, most people, but it's enjoyable.
I mean,
It's very pretty too.
if IGN gave it below a 5, that sounds pretty rough. I mean, IGN's very generous
Means
with their
it'll be
scores.
Yeah.
it'll be free in 6 months.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll be one of the free games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad that it's not any fun and you hate it. I'm sorry to hear that.
But that you like it
Have you been
'cause it
playing?
reminds you of another game.
playing any other games?
I have actually been playing through, inspired by E3. I have been playing through DMC, the HD remaster, whatever. on
Doctor
PS1, so
catches monkeys.
that'd be DCM.
Dr. Monkey Catches.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Oh, not DCM. That's a game I've been playing.
yeah. No, yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying.
That's the devil might cry.
Yeah, he's
He
possibly gonna
mayest
cry.
cry.
I find I really like the character. He's like totally a jerk and a
Wait, is it? It's the remake, right?
yeah. It's the
The
newest one.
remaster?
It's the newest one,
remake?
but the remaster of the newest one.
The remaster of the newest one. So it's the
'Cause-
fourth one, but it's the Capcom one. No, it's not the Capcom one. It's the Ninja Theory one.
Yeah.
But the new one that they announced is the Capcom one, so that's why he has white
Ninja
hair.
Theory's still developing it though.
No, are they? No, I thought it said it was presented by Capcom, wasn't it?
It's probably published. Well,
No, Capcom registered that domain before E3 when all the
I'm
rumors
pretty sure
started going.
Ninja Theory's still developing it.
I'm on it, guys.
I don't think Ninja Theory is developing the new one.
I think you should keep saying each other's wrong.
I am going to.
I'm looking it up.
Well, I'm not looking it up. I just have a memory.
Yeah, he's right. You're wrong. Until you prove it the other way.
I need to. That's true. That's like the court of law or the public. I'm like the public.
Yeah.
Developer and publisher
Opinion.
is Capcom.
Really? I thought
Capcom?
it said
Yes.
Ninja Theory.
Did I
was-
say con?
Yeah,
I didn't mean to. I think it's the Starburst that's in my mouth.
it's okay.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah, that's,
don't see-
that's what's weird because Ninja Theory just got bought by
Yeah.
Microsoft,
See, that's what
so
I
I
kind
think
of.
it was a little confusing, but
Oh, so yeah. Yeah, there's no mention of Ninja Theory on the Wikipedia entry for this upcoming game.
well, anyways,
Sorry, Trevor.
we'll see how that one comes out. Are you? I wouldn't mind playing. I've never played. I played the other three, like the first three, but I never played the new one. So I'd like to do
Yeah.
that.
The new one's fun though. Yeah.
Anything else, Trevor?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Let's keep it moving down the line. Hi, Zombie God. Welcome to the chat. Good to
Welcome.
see you.
Long time no ski.
Orsi. Jeremy, have you been playing any video games
You know-
other than PUBG?
At your behest,
At my
gosh.
behest.
you said you might like this car game
It's awesome, right?
on Rush.
Is it awesome?
It
I haven't
is
played it, but
terrible.
Aw.
is it
so
really?
bad.
Why?
It's the concept. It sucks.
You don't like it because it doesn't have a finish line. That's what it is, isn't
Well,
it?
there is almost nothing you can do to make a major difference. Like it doesn't feel like there's skill involved in being better at the game. It's almost a chance thing.
Oh, really?
Because what basically what it is, there are finish lines, kind of. There's completions of rounds. You're competing against another team of drivers.
Maybe you're playing like the wrong class. Did you try switching your
No,
class?
I played I
Oh,
kind
you
of
tried
played
all
a
the
variety
classes
of them.
and
Yeah,
Still no change. Huh?
and it's just, I mean, it's not unentertaining from a driving perspective, but there just seems to be no skill set involved in it. It's
'Cause
literally go forward, hit other cars that are the other color than you, and keep moving forward, and then hope that your meter got up higher than the other team.
'Cause it seemed like
that's
it-
digital.
I mean, it seemed like it would be a very cool like class-based game because you could like, depending on like the type of car, maybe it would be better if you had more people playing with you because you could like
Yeah, that might make a difference.
because it seems like you can.
I didn't
like-
even check. There's multiplayer then?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's like a big part of it. It's like a.
So I think that I only played through the campaign, if you will. Or
you
the
played through the
season.
whole campaign?
No, not the whole thing.
But you didn't like
I
it,
did a
huh?
number of them.
That's too bad. I thought it looked
Yeah.
really good. I didn't buy it, but I thought about it. But I guess I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you can try it after the show if you want it still here.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do
or
that.
at least show it to you.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
And I won't leave.
There you go.
Anything else that you played?
Obviously, some PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
There's some new changes coming up in the PUBG world.
New maps.
New map is releasing 22nd. However, with that, they announced just yesterday that they are doing, they call it a event pass. Does that sound familiar?
No, not at all.
It doesn't sound like another battle royale game that has these passes
you
you buy
veiling
per
at?
season to get extra perks.
You can say it. I know what you're about.
Fortnite.
Is this making you upset?
It's funny because they're suing Fortnite for copying them, and now they're copying a feature of
Well,
Fortnite.
To be fair, like battle passes and other things like that. Have
Oh,
been-
there are other
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, exactly. But it's
Dota has them.
It's basically going to allow you to do challenges,
Stop stealing from Dota.
like drive a vehicle so many miles in the game or shoot so many people in a single game.
You unlock
so many
cosmetics.
headshots, things like that. Yeah, you unlock cosmetics. You also unlock like XP bonuses so that you can actually get more of their battle points, BP, which gives you the other cosmetics which you can sell. So there is a little bit of a monetization thing there, or recoup of monetization, because it is going to cost. They haven't announced the pricing yet, but that's releasing on the 22nd as well. It's already on the test servers, so you can see what it's doing. It's kind of cool because it gives you an option to do daily challenges, weekly challenges, and seasonal challenges. So in a way, it kind of, people who care about kind of that completionist style of, okay, great, now the game's not that much fun, but if my challenge is I've got to drive 10,000 miles in this UAZ vehicle, great, I'm just going to drop down and I'm going to grab a UAZ and drive around the map until I die, right?
Yeah.
And so it gives, I think, some players a little bit of variety in the game, but anyway, we'll see. So I do like the new map, though. It's 1/4 the size of the other maps, but there's a lot of buildings, and it's jungle themed, and they have a couple new guns, and it's a ton of fun. It's a lot faster pace, so it doesn't feel so just running all the time. One more thing. I'm sorry.
What?
I also feel really proud of myself. Someone showed me the stat system recently, and I got up to 355 out of all players in the North America region for this current season.
Whoa.
That's huge because there's
a
like
a bajillion players.
Yeah,
you should go pro.
There's like
Should go
there's
pro,
like a million
yeah.
players in North America alone.
Yeah,
You should go pro.
active,
You
so.
should go pro. Why don't you
I looked at Shroud and he was like 4,000 something.
Why don't you
So
stream?
maybe I should
So,
be pro.
You should be streaming this and get us famous.
So I've done 40 matches solo, and I've
We should
won.
have someone
I've
entertaining
50%
the
top
commentate
10
on him.
and 3 wins in 40 games. So
Well,
pretty good.
that sounds great. Now you need to prove
Anyway.
it to the world.
So you're saying
Start
I should
streaming
stream
it.
all right?
Every day. All
You
right.
want me to join
See
you
what-
on
see what-
Discord and
Sure.
like
Yell.
Heckle.
heckle you?
That would be helpful. Absolutely.
Because you get way too into it when you're playing,
Yeah, you need.
and so
Oh,
then
yeah.
you shut down, and then it's just people watching the stream, and you're not interacting.
that could be fun.
Zombie God says, "I sent you a app message. Please read it out loud." Okay. Hey guys, got some news. One, RIP XXX. We already covered that.
We
You
did.
missed it. Sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah, rest in peace. He's hanging with Pac now and Big E. Number two, I just ended a 6-year friendship. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Did your Xbox
no
One
point.
finally die? I did that a few months ago.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Not
That's like
that
6
French.
years ago.
Is that like a
I
friendship for
think
you?
it was more like
Like a
4 or
human. I
5.
think it was probably human friendship.
probably
Oh.
a real friendship.
Yeah, not that.
Although
Yeah, feel free to give us details if you want.
We'll give you some good advice
Yeah.
on how to rekindle that friendship. No, I'm
If-
just
if-
kidding.
if
We
he
won't.
wants
We
to.
won't. Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's sometimes healthy to end friendships. I mean,
Yeah.
we've kept this going for far too long.
Yeah. We've all tried ending this friendship for a long time.
hey, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's too many pacts upon pacts that have been made
that is true.
of
That'll
some
just-
variety.
It'll end in like it'll start. It'll be like World War One.
Yeah.
It'll just
So, Kyle, have you been playing the Vidya games?
That's just a Trevor like.
He's
I
playing
don't know.
Settlers of Catan.
yeah.
I've played some games. I started
Games, go.
playing A Way Out with you.
Way out. We were in prison together. I dropped the soap on purpose.
He did. You really did. You showed off all your bits.
Yeah, I did.
It was. I went back later and looked at the
Yeah, you
the
did.
video. No, I wanted to see. I wanted
alone.
to see if the
In the dark,
if
His wife's
Eric's
like, Kyle, what are you
camera-
doing?
getting bready.
Playing games. Playing games.
I wanted to see if the
Pre-game.
camera spot had hung right over where, and it did. It just barely.
It was kind of funny. Like my preview screen of my face on my face cam on the stream was like actually set in just a way to cover the
Yeah.
dude's privates,
Just
unintentionally. But it worked out like in a weird Austin Powers
Yeah.
scene.
we were
kinda
both
way.
very shocked at the graphicness that we saw.
Yeah, it was hairy.
I probably should have. I probably should have wondered that. Oh my gosh.
No, I just mean like the game. It gets hairy.
It
Like,
gets
you-
hairy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
whatever.
questionable,
Yeah,
like,
it
you know,
gets
dangerous.
Dangerous. Yeah, that
Yeah.
kind
Eric
of.
doesn't
On
like
the
to hide
edge.
well when he's in a cart full of linens.
But yeah, I was trying to see how broke I could make the game, and
it was fun.
and it just ended up like I could sense that like if I was playing this with Jeremy, he would have been so
Oh, he
upset
would
at
have
me.
killed you.
He would have shut the game off and drove over to my house and murdered me. Maybe. Or at least never talked to me for a week.
Yeah.
But it was fun to try to just see how stupid you could make the game look. But I was kind of impressed in some ways because even when we were doing that, as you mentioned, the laundry cart thing, like I was hiding under the thing and I waited for the guard to open the lid and look through the towels. And then I
And
just
then you
stood up.
pressed the button to stand
And,
up.
and he was like, oh,
Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. And then we had to do it over again.
Yeah, we did have to redo a few things because of me just intentionally.
Killing Kyle.
Yeah, that was. I knew I should have seen it coming as soon as he said, "You try going through this time, and I'll hold it." And I was like, as soon as I was in the tunnel, I knew I was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. You have to do that. I mean, that's just you gotta
Yeah.
try that.
It's the thing is it's not a good game, but it's a fun like romp, if that makes sense. Like it's not
Yeah.
like it just isn't as it's just so slow and just kind of maybe it opens up a little bit once you break out of prison, but it's just like okay, we're going to do this thing where we hide in the laundry now
Right.
and then we're going to crawl through a hole and then
Is there multiple ways?
not really, but it's
Is it-
like
is it
it's
pushed you-
constantly
There's still
split screen, so we're always
Yeah.
like kind of helping each other out. And I mean,
There's-
when we were digging in the toilet and you got to look out, and then
Yeah.
and vice versa, that was kind of fun and
There's some-
frustrating.
Yeah, because I wasn't as good at spotting them because their walking back and forth
Yeah.
was a weird pattern.
So it
Um,
was a little bit rough. But hey, Trevi91, welcome to chat. What'd you miss? Oh, we just been talking about dead rappers and what we've
Yeah.
been playing. Mm-hmm. So, but what else have you been playing?
I've been dusting off the old shelf of backlogged games that I've got since it's
You're fine.
started to become the
I
the
tried
slow
to smush
season.
a Starburst and I lost it.
Oh no, those Starbursts are causing trouble.
Playing with your food.
But yeah, let's see.
Ew,
So I played. What did you find?
it's fuzzy.
Oh, gross.
It's fuzzy
gross.
now.
It's
Probably
Anyways,
got
don't
cat
eat it.
hair on it.
go
don't
ahead.
eat it.
Keep going. What game had you been playing then?
So I was going through some of the games that I've gotten in the last year or two with the free monthly games, and I tried Tower of the is it the Terrible Tower of Monsters or something?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. It was like you're watching a director do the commentary on the DVD as they're playing through it. It was all right. It wasn't anything special,
Yeah.
but it was fun. And it
Cool.
was I actually was doing that because I was waiting for Just Cause 3 to install.
Yeah.
And I started playing that because I haven't played any of those games
It's a fun
before.
game.
Oh wow.
And,
Oh, they're
and it
so
was
fun.
free a few months ago, but I just had too many other
Yeah.
games that were stacked up on it. And yeah, that game is a blast. And I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I keep catching myself thinking that it almost feels like you're on the opposite side of
The good guys?
of Tropico. Like the way that you're always on like those.
You're the revolutionary?
Yeah, I'm the revolutionary that's coming in and trying to take out the dictator that you play in Tropico.
I really am enjoying your fan fiction, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Rico,
Yeah.
the resistance.
I like just blowing stuff up.
That's that game through and
Just
through.
driving in a tank and just I drove like a long way to get to the next mission in a tank, and I just was watching trees just going everywhere because I just kept shooting it, and then I started shooting cars, and then at one point I hear my character go, "I should probably stop doing this." And then I blew up the bridge that I needed to go across, not thinking, and that ended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Dang
do
it.
it.
That's like I know, and I'm now just imagine tornadoes and
Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah.
Like, woo! Well, because it's weird because at least so far in the game, I got to the point where I had to ride a missile, but you don't actually control it. It goes to the cut screen once you catch on to the missile. So I wonder if there's going to be more of that kind of stuff with the tornadoes than some of it actually
I don't know.
being used, but
looked
who
pr-
knows?
From what I've heard, it's all real time. Like
That's awesome.
Because they have other real-time weather as well, right?
Yeah.
I still haven't quite figured out how to go through and like really use my parachute well.
Yeah.
Because it feels like sometimes I'll try to grapple
You mean
hook.
your wingsuit?
No, the
Oh.
parachute, like to try and get altitude. And it feels like sometimes
Oh.
There's some
I
tricks
will
to it, yeah.
do really well, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is awesome, and I've suddenly got a whole bunch of speed and everything. And then there's other times that I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing at all, and it's not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
But I do like the aspect that the what was that you just mentioned, the
Wingsuit.
wingsuit, yeah. The wingsuit it feels so good.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the wingsuit that you get in Far Cry 5, which I don't think I ever successfully deployed that more than once in the game because it took way too long from any of those jump points that you can do, and then by the time I would jump out off of those points and it would actually like load it like I was doing it, I'm hitting the ground. So But
yeah, this this one's
yeah,
more
Just
doing
Cause, it feels very satisfying. So,
Yeah. It is a fun game.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
I have been playing a game that I think is pretty good. I haven't played a ton of it, but I am intrigued by it. It's called Moonlighter, and it came out on the 29th of May. Now let me paint you a little bit of a picture here. Imagine
Dragons.
that
All the
You.
people.
are
I beat you to it, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's true.
Mine was better.
I both were valiant efforts. No, but imagine that you are the
I
shopkeeper.
want to play this game so bad.
The shopkeeper in an RPG. You know when you're like a Zelda or something, you go in and you gotta buy stuff from the shopkeeper. Like imagine that's
Yeah.
you.
What is it called?
Moonlighter.
Moonlighter.
It is so far. I mean, it seems to be a brilliant game, and I'm surprised that more people are not talking about it because I mean, unless it just really tanks at some point. But so here's kind of the pretty much the premise is you're the shopkeep. You set the prices of all your items in the store. People come in, the townspeople come in and buy them. But that's just your day job. At night, you got to go into the dungeons and get the loot so that you can sell it in your store.
Okay,
so
all right,
At
all
night,
right.
you go
Because
out.
it comes from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're the one that goes into these dungeons. Now, I'm only in the first dungeon, and the way it works is like there's like 3 levels of dungeon, and then the 4th level is like a boss battle. And when you're like, I'm at the point where I haven't even been able to afford good enough gear to get past like maybe I've gotten to the 3rd level and died right away. So it's like, as you play the game, you earn money by selling things in your store. You can then go like you can pay to have like a forge come into town or someone that'll do potions, and then you can shop from them and like the materials you find you can craft new armor with and stuff like that, and you got to pay for it. But yeah, it's crazy because like I got like a chest plate and some boots, but it raised my health so that I could go further. You can make potions that'll do that. It's cool too because you can pay for upgrades to your shop, so you can have like a bigger store where you can sell more merchandise at the same time. And it's just crazy because you keep going back to and the dungeons are procedurally generated, so it's always a random when you go back. Like you
Okay.
never
Oh, okay.
the dungeon is never the same. So that's why it makes it pretty interesting to do the same levels over and over again because it's never really the same. You never going through a door is always going to take you to a different thing. So yeah, you go back, you get your gear, you come, and the thing is like when you're in the dungeon, you can spend some money to teleport back to your home with all the loot without losing it. But if you die, you lose everything.
everything?
You
Oh, man.
lose it all. So you got to kind of balance that and go, okay, do I have enough loot where like it's worth just paying the 200 and going, or should I try to get to the boss? But you just can't get to the boss very quickly. Like you really have to build it up. My wife's playing the game too, And
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing on Xbox, but you can
Xbox.
get it on PlayStation, PC,
yeah.
and eventually it's supposed to be coming out on the Switch. But
It
it's
showed it
not.
available.
That's kinda
Looks
what I
like
was
that would be a really
waiting
good
for
Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, quarter 3. It looks like
So, yeah, I wish I just was being patient because I really wanted it on the Switch, but I was just like, this game looks fun. I want to try it. So and
Yeah.
there's just nothing out. So I pulled the
There's-
trigger. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
I was just gonna say there's been a game there was a game that was like older and it's very similar, but I wanted that to like develop, but this one like looks even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was this game called
Oh,
Reset
did you say
TR
it's
or
only?
something
I mean,
like
it's only
that.
$20.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah. It's I didn't say that, but it is. What was the other
Oh,
game
it's available
called?
on Mac too on Steam.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called like Reset TR,
Oh.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like anime style.
Oh,
so-
it's kind of a similar premise, though.
But it's like, yeah, it's you run a shop and stuff, and it was like I played a demo for a long time ago, and then I saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh!
But the cool thing about this, though, is I went into it thinking, okay, it's going to be kind of a shallow experience. I mean, it's only a $20 game. Like, I'm going to play, do the shopkeeper, do the dungeon, back and forth. But it's just crazy when you start to look at, like, your equipment you can forge and, like, okay, yeah, I can make this pair of boots, but then I can find better loot and forge a better pair of boots and pay more for it. And there's like, hey, this one boot has like 4 upgrades to it. And so it just, and then there's like swords and bow and arrow, heavy swords. Like your gloves can be upgraded to give you more combat strength. So there's just like all these different stats that you're managing on top of everything else going on in the game. And it's just a really rewarding experience because you go into the dungeon and you realize that you're not going to make it very far, and you're like, okay, I'm going to bail. But then as you upgrade, it's like, oh man, I feel braver, I feel stronger. Like I'm going to go a little deeper, I'm going to keep going, and then you still hit a point where like I can't go any further, and you have to make that decision to turn back. And I think that's just what makes that game really interesting. But I've only played maybe like, I don't know, 4 hours of it or something. So I'm not going to say, go buy this right now, you have to play it. But I will give it like very high praise so far in the first. My wife was playing it tonight, and she's further than I am. And she was like, someone just shoplifted. Like, so people will come into your shop later
wow.
on and like steal stuff, and you have to
That's
like
crazy.
catch
That's
them.
kinda
And
awesome.
like, yeah, so there's just, and the other side of the shopkeeping, which I'll try to stop talking about this here in a minute, but the thing that's kind of interesting about that is you have no idea what any of the loot you got from the dungeon is worth. You have no idea what the value of it is. So you have to put it out on display, set a price, and then there's these emotions that'll pop up from the townspeople. And there's like sad, where they won't even touch it. Then they'll grab it, and then there'll be like gold coins in their eyes, like holy crap, this is a good deal. And then there's like happy, which means you priced it at pretty much the perfect price. And then there's like this like angered look where they're like, okay, I mean, this is more than I want to pay, but I'm gonna pay for it. And then as that goes, like you'll get like achievements for being kind of an evil shopkeeper if you like price things just high enough that they're still gonna pay for it, but they're like like kind of begrudgingly buying it. And so but the cool thing about that is you're discovering, like, as you're managing the need for, like, as demand rises, then stuff becomes more valuable. So if there's things that are in higher demand from your townspeople,
So is there a way to track what's in demand?
so yeah, you can
or-
go into the settings, you can look at everything you've collected, and you can see, hey, someone was happy to buy it at like 500 coins. They wouldn't buy it at 1,000 when you set it to that. And so you can kind of start to base like, hey, where's the price I should land on. And so just all of that, managing all of that on top of the dungeon stuff, it's the type of game I think I enjoy it because it's not, the only thing that's timed is once you start your day, once you open the shop, that day kind of ticks down while people are shopping, but that's it.
Can you
Nothing
leave
else.
and come back to the game and it stays where it is, or is it a real lifetime
Oh,
sequence?
it's just within the game's time.
Okay,
So that's the thing.
So you
there's-
could walk away and
Yeah.
still be noon
Yeah.
when you come back.
Yeah, pause it or something.
Yeah, okay.
But the pressure, I feel, there's no pressure in it. That's what I like. It's not like, well, you only got so much time to be in the dungeon, or you only got so much
Yeah.
in a day. I mean, your shop is only open for a limited amount of time. But if you wake up in the morning and just want to wander around the town and do stuff, or go to a dungeon in the daytime, it's not always the best because there's less rewards. It's less risk, but less reward.
Yeah, but if you need
you
stuff
could still go
or
to the
whatever.
dungeon in the day. And when it's in between, like, as long as haven't kicked off, like, hey, my shop is open, you can do whatever during those time periods, and it doesn't.
Otherwise,
there's
you're
no
in the
time.
shop.
There's no
yeah,
okay.
There's no like limit to your day or your night.
There's no like you've got to
Yeah.
get X amount
Yeah.
done before
Yeah.
it's time to open your
Yeah,
shop.
the only thing
Okay.
is once you open the shop, you'll see like a kind of a day night like clock thing that turns that kind of indicates, hey, your day's almost over, and the screen kind of gets darker
Gotcha.
throughout the day. So that's the only thing that's timed. So I like it because I don't feel all this pressure that I gotta, or like something like even hard. Stardew Valley, sometimes I would feel
Yeah.
stressed out because I'm like, I gotta get all this done. I gotta, I only have so much time in my day.
Yeah.
And like, where this, they've kind of just gotten rid of that, and it's just kind of the fun parts are left. But yeah, it's called Moonlighter. If you're into that kind, and it's
Yeah.
a very like pixel art
As you were
kind of
describing it.
SNES game. Looks like kind of like maybe Legend of Zelda type thing.
yeah, that's
but
what I was thinking.
And
It
the little
kinda
bit
felt
that
like-
I just pulled up the trailer and looked at it, and it kind of and
It looks
you
like
mentioned
Stardew.
it kind of looks like a
Yeah.
Stardew like, and
Art
that's kind of what it
style.
reminded me of, especially when you're talking about the procedural, because I've been playing a lot of that still recently.
Yeah, 'cause that has procedural
and that has the
dungeons in it, yeah.
procedural dungeons, and it's always going to be different.
yeah.
But that's nice that you don't have to worry about the time limit in that
Yeah.
aspect. Because like I just got one where it was a challenge of once you've unlocked the desert up in the top of the map in Stardew Valley, you've got there's a challenge of getting 25 levels down.
Yeah.
And it's like you almost have to do that during winter when you have nothing that you
Pretty
have to
much,
do,
yeah.
except for letting your
Which-
animals get mad at you.
It's
you
two
know?
different games, and I think that's
Yeah.
some of that is fun in Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
I like the time
I
management
love the
of some
time
of that.
management of that, but I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds nice to be able to kind of have something that's
It's not
that
as
feels like
pressured.
it may be kind
Yeah.
of in that same vein of this would be fun, but I'm pressured that I
Yeah.
can't die because then I lose a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Because there is that element in Stardew too when you go
Yeah,
down
right.
into those dungeons. If you die, you lose stuff.
And so the thing is, you could go to the potion lady. I don't know what they call her, if she's a
The witch doctor.
witch or whatever. But you could like just stock up and buy like, I don't know, 20 potions or something, and then spend a long time going through that dungeon if you wanted. But yeah, it's just, I mean, the combat isn't that, it's like a SNES game. It's not crazy or anything like that, but there are very different, like, you got your heavy weapons, so it's a slower attack. You
Sure.
got your sword and shield, you got your bow and arrow, you got ranged attacks. So there is some variety there, but it's like, it's just, I'm just kind of being surprised as I play it, like, oh, there's this whole other level of stuff going on here that I wasn't aware of. And
So does it seem like it has a lot of longevity to it?
I mean,
with
for
the
a
different-
$20 game, I think,
Yeah.
yeah. Because, I mean, you figure you're going to play this, and there's 5 main dungeons, and I've been playing for 4 hours, and I haven't even got to the boss on the first dungeon. So, I mean, I think it
Right.
definitely has some legs on it. So,
Yeah, because I mean, I know with like, and I mean, again, it's a different game, but I mean, like Stardew Valley, I feel like there's still more things that I'm discovering. Oh, I can do this, and then go actually like invest time in trying to get that, like fixing up the recreation center and unlocking all the different things that are kind of locked up at the beginning of the game.
I mean, the progression in this is you have like 5 different shop type things you can bring to town. Like you have to pay for them, so the price goes up substantially as you go. But I've only unlocked 2 of those.
Okay.
There's a lot of upgrades to your shop you can do, like a comfier bed. You can get a nicer register so people will tip you, and then you can upgrade that register so they tip you more. And like, so anyways, it's just, I'll stop talking
Cool.
about it, but I really
Fun
like
game,
it.
worth the
I think-
$20.
I
Yeah,
think-
for $20, it's worth it.
Remind
sure.
me, what was it called again?
Moonlighter.
Moonlighter.
Yeah.
that seems like something that I may hold off until it's on Switch because it seems like that's a perfect.
It looks like a
game for it.
perfect
It-
Switch
it
game.
really
looks like
On-
it from
yeah,
what I've
on the
seen here
move.
too.
Yeah, I have a
Downtime.
feeling this will be a game I'll probably rebuy.
Plus, it's
when it comes
nice
on
being able to have that type of a game where you can play it anywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, and it doesn't have to. And it seems like it's one of those where you can kind of step away from it and not have to worry about it for a while and come back to it.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Oh, hey,
Perfect
you know
for
what
that.
I did this week too?
What's that?
Bought the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh.
It was on sale for E3 for $1 for the first month.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I've been paying this EA Access fee for the last year, and I've used it once when I first got it. So I should probably see if that's still valuable to me. And I looked at it, and I'm like, nope, I don't see any games that are going to be on here for a while. So I canceled that and kicked up the old
Are there
Game Pass. So
when you tweeted that,
yeah,
I started kind of looking into it because I was like, let's see what this is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many third-party games are.
Oh
on
my
that.
goodness, there's a ton.
Yeah, because I thought, well, this is mainly first-party. Maybe there's a handful of third-party that.
Yeah.
But like, there's like a lot of Ubisoft games on there.
There's like over 100 games, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
I just wonder with like.
I mean, there's a lot of them are the old
Xbox games.
360
Yeah.
games, but still, even at that, like I was actually talking to my brother, one of his kids, who's a teenager, was interested in playing more games, and they're trying to figure out how they could economically do that on,
they have an
a
Xbox
kid's-
One.
Yeah, and they have an Xbox One, and I was like, well, stop buying him games. Get the Game Pass. That's like the perfect.
I mean, the fact that you get
When you-
all the Microsoft
Yeah.
titles right when they come out.
Oh, exact.
Yeah.
And you have this huge, especially for someone kind of newer to gaming, you
Sure.
have a huge backlog. There's no reason you wouldn't want to try out a bunch, and there's no impact. I'm like,
Is it sad that I'm kicking myself?
it's two games
For
a
not
year.
trying it at
Eric.
a dollar.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
2 games a
yeah,
year.
That I'm going. Well, no, I'm kicking myself for going. I already bought State of Decay. I already bought.
I know that's
Sea
what
of
I was doing to
Thieves.
myself because
And
I
I'm
own
like,
those games.
I don't know. Is it worth buying now for Forza? Like,
But think about it this way, right?
Yeah.
Is there at least 2 Xbox title games you're going to get within the next year?
Now I think about it
Probably.
but then it's like there's this weird part of me that's just like, I know it's digital that I'm buying the game. I buy
But you're
most of
not
my games
buying the
digital,
game,
but I
right?
still no. But I'm just saying that's how I buy my games is usually a digital copy. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like I own that. And so this weird idea of, hey, they could just take a game away from me,
Or
at
the
some
service
point.
get
The
canceled.
service
or
does have
changed
it
or
where you
whatnot.
can buy any of the games on there at a 20% discount if you
Oh, that's
actually
nice.
wanted to own the game. So if you're like, oh, I've got to cancel this, but I still want this game, you can buy it as a discount.
Oh, that's tempting because you got Gears 5 coming out soon.
Exactly.
And, like, and that new Gears Tactics game.
I realized
like,
there was at least 2 games that I'd be willing to do, and the fact that I was already, I think EA Access was like $5 a month, and this is going to be 10 after the first
I
month,
wonder though
so-
if games start to go more to a streaming service like EA EA even teased out their premium thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are those third parties going to start pulling their games from Microsoft because they're going to want people to only be able to get them through their service? And then what's Microsoft going to be left with at that point? If that's the case, like if Ubi
No,
launched
I
their own third party thing where they were streaming game or their own platform where they were streaming games, I could see them not wanting Microsoft to have it
No,
on
but
their
here's
service.
here's the difference though is that they're still going to be making money. They may not be making as much money.
yeah,
Yeah,
they got
they're
to
But they're
license
going to be
it.
getting going to
Yeah.
be getting money from whichever service they choose if
it's
they go
probably-
with Microsoft's or if they go with
It's
No, I
probably
understand that
how
they
much
license
does
it,
the
but-
Microsoft platform give them a benefit?
And
right?
maybe it's a thing
Yeah.
where they're like, hey, the Division 2, you're going to get this from Ubisoft's streaming platform the day one, but
But the other
it's
is
not
gonna
going to be
be
on
3
Microsoft
months
for 2
later
years
or
or
2
yeah,
yeah,
or
exactly.
something
It'll be
like
a
that.
long-
But
you probably won't get a lot of those really
I was surprised there's a lot of recent third-party games
Yep.
on
Yeah.
the Game Pass. That's why I was kind of like, man, I don't know. These games are pretty new, so but I don't know.
So,
It's tempting.
Anyway.
It's a tempting option.
yeah. I may look into that at some point if
Yeah.
I have a little more money in the pocket monthly.
Anybody else doing anything cool, or should we talk about our topic of the eve 9?
Yeah, I guess we could talk
PSA,
about
right?
it.
We're doing a PSA today.
We are talking about a story from the news.
Wow.
To put it in a very
Descriptive.
specific, descriptive sense. No, this is where is this story at? Do we have the story somewhere, or am I just like clicking into space? We do not have the story anywhere.
No,
Cool.
I didn't put it there.
Oh, good.
It's my
Oh,
fault.
Jeremy.
I figured Eric already had it.
I did not already have it. So does anybody know where I can find it quickly while I professionally ramble about
Right
not being
there.
able to
I
find
did
it?
link
it
it in
loads
the
up.
Slack, but
Well, which
That was
channel
the-
is it in the Slack?
it's in the loop.
Okay, cool.
We're semi-organized.
Means
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. All right, the story. Kyle, are you ready to read this story? That's what you're put on this earth for.
I
so,
guess.
Uh,
Now I got to go find it.
Get to work.
I was gonna say.
I don't know if
This
we
is
really
coming
need
from
to.
from the BBC. At least the synopsis. I
Yeah.
can do it. BBC News says, gaming. Who is that? The name of the organization?
World Health
Oh,
Organization.
okay, that's Doctor Who.
Pretty much.
It is the World Health Organization. Never mind. Gaming addiction a mental health condition.
Yeah, I mean, this was something that was discussed or brought up several months ago. That this was something that the World Health Organization was looking into, and they've officially made it a mental health condition, which is the gaming addiction. Which I guess it's just. Whoa!
Sorry.
What was that?
It's Jeremy.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's weird because it's like you look at it and from when you're talking about a mental health condition and it being gaming addiction, sure, maybe anything that you're
Do you
addicted
know what
to
they
could be a
classify it as?
condition, though.
Anyone who
So-
plays more than 20 hours
I know.
of
I
games.
saw that, and I was like, in a week, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
not really
Jeremy and I and
much,
all of us, like, I mean,
I guess we're fully addicted. And then I was thinking, and their argument was, yeah, but you could be doing other hobbies. And I'm like,
well, then you're addicted to woodworking.
I know. I'm like, well, okay, so because I
addicted to
choose
pottery.
because I choose this is my hobby, it's bad. Like it's a mental issue now.
You should grow up.
But
You're
but
not
if,
being a responsible
but if
adult.
playing soccer was what I wanted to do,
Well, that's healthy
oh,
activity.
Yeah.
oh, okay, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think video gaming is mentally healthy because it keeps
No, it's
it keeps
not.
you
Stops
your
you from
fast
murdering
reactions,
people, Jeremy.
critical thinking, problem solving. There's all kinds of great mental health benefits, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not issue.
20 hours a week is crazy to me because it's like,
It's not that crazy, really.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
yeah.
trying to
Oh
counter.
no,
your
I think he
argument.
means it's crazy that
yeah.
that's what they
Yeah,
No,
consider.
I was using it differently there. I didn't mean
Trevor's
to
like,
do that, yeah.
well, I think it is,
I
Chris.
think it's nuts.
Trevor's,
And then I'm like, ooh, what
Wait,
about
how
all
are
these
you-
professional
Back up,
gamers?
back up.
Are they
How
all
are you-
addicted?
How are you defining that it's crazy? That you think that
I
that's
mean, it's
a low
crazy
number
that
or
they
that
say
that's a high
yeah.
number?
No, that's a low number. That's certainly 20 hours as somebody who plays video games a lot.
Right.
But like, as considering it for an addiction,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's
How many people probably play that long on their
How,
cell phones?
how many people binge a 24 episode Netflix show on a
in-
weekend
yeah, exactly.
that takes
Yeah.
you 24 hours to finish? Like,
Yep.
I mean, it's just one of these things where I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. But I guess if they were to say, I don't know, I think it's a consistency thing because I don't play that much every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
I don't think
but-
I would average 20.
But
a
there
week.
are weeks when new games come out that I definitely play
Yeah.
like 30, 40 hours in a week of a
I
game.
probably average 15 a week on a low week.
Yeah.
On a very low week.
I mean, like there's weeks where maybe I don't know that I even play 10 hours, but
Yeah,
it's
I
still,
think I've got a lot of weeks that I don't even get
but
10.
it's just still one of those things where like I don't know, 20 seems, I mean, I guess maybe if it's 20 every week and you're ignoring responsibilities, I don't know.
See,
It's
that,
just-
I
I think
think
that's
that's
where-
the main thing. Is
That's
yeah.
where it boils down to, yeah.
Are you living responsibly? Are you feeding yourself? Are you showering? Are you taking care of children or other
Yeah.
dependents? You
we
know,
know Trevor doesn't take care of his children.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's right.
Screw them.
No, that's how you got into that mess.
Oh,
What?
weird.
No, boo.
no, not the children.
That's what I bullied
Not the children.
That's what it sounded like.
How
Wow.
would they? How would that happen if they hadn't gotten
Just
there
stop
yet?
digging a hole.
I'm not digging
All
a
right.
hole. I'm digging another well.
So here's what some of the things that they say that this problem, this addiction, mental issue, what do they call it? A
Mental illness.
health
Yes, a
condition
Mental health condition.
can lead to disturbed sleep patterns,
Okay.
diet problems, and lack of physical activities.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if that's happening to you guys, you need to go through what they call a digital detox.
How do you do it? Let's help people out if they got a problem.
You reconnect with nature.
Yeah, I think that's part of what they're
Go
saying.
outside, nerd. I mean,
So you take
That's
Realistically, I
basically how it's like the way I was reading it. That's basically what they're saying. You should do other activities, not the one you like.
But have a life, man. Gosh.
Yeah.
like take mushrooms and
get a
go in the
life
woods.
like me and
Depends on the kind of mushrooms.
Watch
fantasy sports.
watch ESPN.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah, how many people watch sports more than 20 hours a
live
week?
vicariously through your favorite athlete. Like
Yell at a TV screen.
go, "Oh,
Yeah.
my sport is better than your balls.
Yeah.
Sports game.
Your
Cool.
ball sports.
I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think at one point they said that if you also watched other people playing video games.
Then you were really addicted.
And I'm just like, oh, that's
You
great
got a
for all
real
those
problem if
services
you're-
that do that. Like,
If you're watching them, you got a real.
That's
big
like
problem.
saying, all right, now obviously you're addicted to cocaine, but if you're going around just watching other people do cocaine
Yeah, it's part
while
of the
you're on
problem.
cocaine, then
That's
you're
right.
really an addict.
Yeah, you're really in.
Like you're like, oh, I'm so high on cocaine, but I'm getting higher watching this dude to get high. It's just, I'm just enjoying his high too with my high.
that's right.
Yeah, just all the high.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Don't play video games. You know, they're awful. They're bad for your health.
They'll make you into a murderer.
You're going to go to hell because you played video games. So just stop. Obviously, you're a child.
Pretty much
too.
your brain function stops
Yeah.
when you're doing something that requires critical thinking.
Thinking.
Science,
Yeah.
the science says it. Video
Uh,
games make you stupider.
And
Yeah.
quick response and hand-eye coordination and
troubleshooting.
troubleshooting,
critical thinking.
Yeah, I mean, all those things because there's a video and a controller in your hands is part of the problem.
Guys, we should probably stop doing this show.
I wonder, like, if they're when we'll reach the point. I mean, obviously, I feel like the video games will always, I mean, they'll have a stigma for a while, but I feel like it's gotten less and less so as we go. But
There's-
I just wonder if there's a point where like enough of those people just die.
There's
that it
schools that
doesn't.
are realizing that if they put a specific subject into a game and
People retain it.
that people retain it more because they're doing it's that whole multiple senses thing, right? If you say something, read something,
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
hear
see
someone
something,
say
say
something.
Well, and it's a new
Yeah,
way
exactly.
of introducing
Military.
like kinesthetic learning. You know, it's ways.
The
of
military uses
making-
them for how to strategize on the battlefield.
How to fly. But
There's actually a U.S. military video game, first-person shooter
Yeah,
that
America's
you
Army.
can play. But yeah, exactly.
It's a recruitment thing.
It is. Yeah.
They also
That was-
they also play sports where they fly planes and drop bombs in places.
Oh, so they're not addicted because of that.
well, I think
it was a joke because it's not really a game; it's real life. They
Oh.
fly.
But I think
planes.
that
But they're
there's-
drones, so it is a
yeah.
video game.
I just wonder though, is there a
But it's
point
real life.
where the stigma is lessened because
Because all of the baby boomers have died.
maybe that and like, but there's still people of my generation that think down. Of,
Oh, they
like,
look. They're like, oh, you play
You play
video
video game-
games.
oh, okay. What I find funny though is like I feel like people that I meet, whether it's like coworkers or just acquaintances, it's like at my age level, there's a lot of closet gamers that I've
Oh
discovered.
yeah, and then they
And
find out that you're one.
Yeah, and then they'll
they're
talk
your
to you.
buddy
Yeah,
now.
but they're super shy about it, like because they're scared of
because
being
they still
judged.
think that
like,
their parents still look at them like you play a game.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
How dare you?
yeah, it's you know, it's something that I don't know. I think
And then you see them playing some little block game on their phone every second of the day,
Oh, yeah.
but they're complaining about you
You're
playing
talking
video
about
games.
threes.
no, he's talking about
It
HQ.
doesn't really matter.
Threes doesn't count. Threes is fun.
HQ's not
I've
a
been
game.
I've been playing a lot of threes lately too.
Really?
Yeah.
You still play that
I don't-
game, huh?
I don't know.
thinking-
It's
I'm
it's
like
a
the
it's a
Jewel-
relaxing
I was talking
game.
like the Jewel ones where you got to
Yeah,
match
Candy
3. There's like
Crush.
10,000 of those games out there.
Oh gosh, I hate those.
crushing
So dumb.
candies.
But that's not a game. It's just
No,
phone
they're not.
addiction.
I don't know what
I'll agree
what's
with
not
them
a
there.
game?
Those are dumb.
I just play Fortnite on
not-
my phone like a cool guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people playing PUBG too on their phone, which man, that does not sound fun. I don't know.
It's better than on the Xbox.
and actually, it's not. I played that.
Have you?
I was going to mention that. I played
Did
it
you?
for just to check up
Is
on
it better?
I am playing on Xbox One X, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But it was garbage on that like a couple months ago, and I would say it was running at a steady 30 frames, which
Okay.
is actually like
That's not
very
terrible.
doable for that type of a game. So I don't know. maybe check it out. I think they've got to be getting it better since they announced
Yeah,
that
they
map.
have to be getting it.
That
Yeah,
was going
'cause
to be
that'll
first
be-
on Xbox. So I feel like by that.
No, it's not going to be first on Xbox.
Oh, it's not?
It's released the
really?
22nd on PC.
Oh, okay. I thought
Oh.
you-
But it's going to
was
be released winter
first
or-
on Xbox.
or fall on Xbox. No, winter on Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is just another silly thing, but it feels like the 90s all over to me. I mean, or the early 2000s, like you had Jack Thompson, freaking out about Grand Theft Auto and all this other stuff.
Yeah, but that's different. That was going to make people do violent things in real life.
Well, now we're
Oh,
just
wait,
addicted.
the president thought that too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. There's
just
you could be addicted to anything.
Yeah.
So like, okay, sure, there's probably gaming addiction. Like if you,
Oh, definitely,
especially
yeah.
like a
Yeah,
young,
but to
I
call
can
it a mental health issue.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what?
Like,
I mean,
you got a brain
hang on.
problem, dude. You play
back this-
video games.
Let's back it up a little bit here because it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be any more of a stigma on video games than there already is. Just like I mean, gambling. That is something that is an addiction that people
That's
have.
Grandpa's
There's some
video
people
game.
that don't have issues with gambling, and there are a lot of people that do. Same thing with alcohol. There's a lot of people that have issues with alcohol and are addicts with that. There's a lot of people that aren't addicts and don't have a problem with drinking alcohol. It's one of those.
alcohol. There's a chemical dependency, so it's a little different type of addiction.
Yeah,
Well, still, video games are still releasing, chemicals in your
Indoor.
brain.
Yeah,
or
anything
whatever,
anything that's addictable, I mean, is releasing chemicals in your head. So I mean, video games, absolutely, you've got some of that stuff that's going on. But the difference is I mean, is it something that you actually have an addiction or not? I think there's people that play that can play over 20 hours a week and could do that consistently. And then if something actually came up that was that they needed to do and things that they needed to take care of, they're going to be able to do it. It's
not gonna
not
sit
something
there
that is
and
going to ruin their
soil
life
their
and derail
pants.
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
had to
you
go
may,
potty,
you
but I
may-
didn't wanna lose.
You may ignore your wife telling you to do something because you're in the middle of a game.
Now I've been
But-
my dad
right?
spent most
Never.
of his life installing carpet in people's homes, and
Mm-hmm.
I would go on to jobs with him. And I remember one specifically
Jobs.
where we pulled up this carpet in this basement, and it smelled so bad. It was like I thought it was like an animal had peed in like this spot a bunch. I remember I don't know if I witnessed it or like it was my dad told me later, but they said that their kid would sit there and play video games and wouldn't get up to go to the bathroom.
Oh, see, now that's.
And
Gross.
so like, but see, that's the thing is like,
But how much of that is a parent
from
not
from my perspective, like
dealing
my,
with the child?
my dad hearing that, who was already not like he was very anti video game, that like that's just ammunition, right? Like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's hard because that's not the norm. But you're right, Jeremy. It's like that's a bad parenting. That's
Yeah,
like
that's-
there's just a lot there.
But
to
if we
unpack.
blame it on the kid having a mental health issue, I'm not responsible as the parent.
exactly,
Yeah.
that is where we end up.
Can
with
I
a lot
give
of
them
this.
medication?
Yeah, give me the video game drug.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like the parents that
They're
that are-
addicted to the video game drug now.
It's like the parents that are scared that, growing up in this age of screens, that everybody's got, you've got iPads and phones and everybody's got a screen, and that you've got 2-year-olds that have screens that they're constantly glued to watching YouTube.
If you're
to
gluing your
behave.
child to a screen, please stop. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
child
You're-
abuse.
Guess what? You're the parent. Be
No,
one.
I was saying if you literally glue screens
Oh,
to children,
yeah,
that would be
that's-
bad.
Don't do
that's
that.
offensive, and their skin comes off when you try
And
to
if
remove
the
it.
Yeah.
glass broke,
Yeah.
Owie. All right. Well, we proved it here. It's not a mental health condition. It's just that you like video games and you're at the right spot because this is a talk show about video games. Wake up to the loop.
I mean, I think, like we all said, though, there are some extreme people out there, but
yeah.
that's the minority.
Let's not listen to Jeremy talk about minorities anymore tonight.
Wow.
All right, everybody. It's been swell. Do we have any mail?
We
no,
don't
we
have
don't have
any
any
mail.
mail. But you know what? We do have something we must do. We're obligated by the law. I don't want to go to jail. And if I didn't observe these fine people, I would ask you to put me in jail. I'm pro capital
in
punishment.
Twitch jail? Or
Yes.
would it be Patreon jail?
I don't know. Give me the electric chair if I forgot our lovely Patreon peeps. That's right. That's all of our lovely individuals at this place and time. They're the ones who are giving us money because they love us for some reason. We don't know why, but we love them because they keep us going. It's like every dollar that they give us, it's
Yeah.
like they're putting coal in our locomotive engine. And it keeps us going chugga, chugga, choo choo up the hill. And we keep saying to ourselves, we think we can. We think we can. Because of you, our lovely Patreon peeps. And these are a couple of the individuals shining in Patreon Coral. That's God of Atheists
Yeah.
and Jay Oliver. These people, they're hardcore ballers. They're the co-producers. That means they give us $10 or more a month. You too could be internet famous. Go to patreon.com/MinuteTub and subscribe. Please, please, for the love of all that's good in this world, subscribe to me. Okay. What was that?
Kuipers!
Kuipers trying to start the show over again. I don't want to do this show again.
Till next week.
Until next week, yeah. Now I'm gonna have a dream where the intro to the loop just plays over and over, and I just have to keep doing the show.
On a loop. This is
Hey guys!
It's me again. We're gonna talk about mental health.
I'm
Your
here
little pea
with
corner.
Kyle.
Because you can't take a break.
Yeah, I've been soiling myself.
Watch somebody starve to death and die on my stream.
Oh my gosh. No, that's
That got real
extra
dark.
life.
Darkest stream. There was like actually a story of that, wasn't there? Where like
Somebody
a
streamed
stream
him.
like had just gone on. The guy had streamed so many hours, and
Oh yeah, he like
and he
basically-
didn't die on air, but it was like he almost like quit streaming at one point, and then he was so ill from streaming so much without sleeping. Anyways,
I mean, people have
Yeah.
died through long game
Yeah.
streams.
especially in Asia, I think there's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
seems-
stories of people like dying in like those internet cafes. Wow, Dark Turn. This isn't the top of the show. He played that thing and he tricked me. I started to get
Yeah.
into candid
we
conversations.
went into candid mode.
I almost
Guys-
would have gone away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Well, yes, and the fact that you were disguised as a chupacabra. All right, now.
Can we finish this so we can go play some video games?
Okay, I'm going to leave now. I love you all. Please don't touch people if they didn't ask to be touched. That's just a good rule to live by, and I'm going to
Don't do
leave
it.
you with that little
Get
tidbit.
permission
Yeah.
first.
Get permission first to touch people. Maybe have them sign an
not-
affidavit.
Don't just assume they say yes.
Also, go buy your tickets for Okamicon.
Oh,
Do it.
Comic-Con, oh, Comic-Con, how smelly are your branches?
CO.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to just go to a room full of smelly Deadpools, don't miss Comic-Con.
That's right.
You make it sound so good, yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Never have you seen so many Deadpools with BO in
and
one slot.
bellies. Oh,
I mean, you think about it. I mean, Deadpool wandering around in that suit as long as he does through the movies and stuff too. I'm sure that was a nasty.
Yeah, they're
Nasty
living
mess.
that. They're living it. The real.
it's the real
Deadpool
thing.
life.
Superheroes. I mean, not all heroes wear capes.
Or deodorant.
That's true. Come to a Comic-Con, and you'll see a bunch of cosplayers.
you could
We love you,
cosplay like-
cosplayers.
You should cosplay like one of us.
Yes, cosplay one of us.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Like
to see a-
Kuipers.
See a real good Kuipers out there.
All right, everyone. Good night. Sleep
Bye.
tight. And,
Play
please
video
don't let
games.
the bed bugs
Yeah,
bite.
don't let bed bugs bite.
Maybe get that
Fight
like
them.
an exterminator or
Yeah.
Is there a
something.
game
Yeah.
for that?
Bed bugs?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's just like getting your apartment bombed, like bug bombed. That's probably it.
Cool.
Yep.